Welcome back. Today we're going to be learning how to make this.
We have a traitor in our midst. Bring me his head. Banish him to the nether realm.
The first thing I'd suggest is definitely, if you're going to be doing anything with your vocals, definitely try to use this stuff right here. It's called Vocal Ease. I got this off of Amazon for like 20 or 30 bucks for like the whole kit. It comes with the spray for your throat, and it also comes with a whole package of lozenges, my guy. Make sure to save your voice. Now this voice today, and I know I've never really ever gone over voices before, this one, you need a lot of phlegm, so make sure you're not swallowing. I know it's really hard to kind of like not like do that, since it's kind of like an instinct to just like swallow all that and just like clear your throat and whatnot, but you want to try to have that rasp. So now we're here in Ableton, and I already have like a little rack set up, and I can show you guys that. That's kind of what it looks like. It's basically just an OTT, like a regular old OTT, but the time is put all the way up to 1,000. The output is up 4 decibels, and the amount is 80%. Of course, you're going to want to change your EQ to, you know, whatever mic you're using and how it's sounding. And then I also used a G-clip just to kind of make it a little bit louder. Again, you really need that kind of like rasp slash like underneath your voice, so that way you can actually utilize this trick in Ableton. You can also even utilize the So here's a for instance.
Off with his head.
So here's what it sounds like regularly.
Off with his head.
It sounds kind of rough, kind of awful. Doesn't really have enough of that like rasp that I was trying to explain. But if we go down like -4 and -5 while using texture, it is the most important thing to this, because if you use Complex Pro, it doesn't really work that well. So I'm going to try a couple more recordings and see if I can get that rasp and that grit to come through. And of course I just can't land it today. Like I just cannot get my voice and like phlegm in there. Like it's just not working now that I'm recording this. But here is the vocal I recorded originally, and I'll make sure to turn all these off.
Bring me his head.
And you can hear like that in there, like the
head.
And all that is phlegm in the back of my throat that I like didn't clear. Like I just kind of like let it sit there to where I could bring this voice out.
Bring me his head.
And utilize that. But then once you can kind of get that tone down and you turn these on, and then you go ahead and use the warping mode texture. If you use texture and you go down in pitch, it actually kind of starts adding like some grain. When you already have that like rasp slash like grain underneath, it starts sounding really cool.
Bring me his head.
Super simple trick, but thought I'd share it with you guys just because I've been messing around making a whole bunch of vocals, as you can see.
Banish him to the nether realm.
Here's another for instance. I'm going to go ahead and turn these off again and just press play without like any sort of warping. I'll just go to beats.
Banish him to the nether realm.
And of course I'm also trying to go lower with my voice. I feel like that's a little apparent, but should probably throw that out there. I wanted to make sure that I actually got some recording of me saying some stuff with that underneath, like in my voice. I had to wait till the next day because for some reason I just could not land it yesterday. But I finally like got that nastiness in the back of my throat today to where I could actually say some stuff.
This is not the time.
So now I'm just going to go ahead and delete like a little bit of that stuff at the end and the beginning. And just listen to it back, and this should just be like raw at this point.
This is not the time.
So now if I put it on texture warping mode, -4, I'll change the grain size to like 50, just to make it a little bit smaller. And then I'll go ahead and throw this OTT on there, go like 75%, 1,000 for time, maybe like 8 for the output. Let's see, is that loud enough?
This is not the time.
Yeah, cut a little bit more of that, fade it.
Time.
Alright, so now we can add like our EQ from there, add maybe a little bit of height, add some height in the like low mids to give it that nice little rumble.
Time.
Alright, and then other than that, I think the only thing I had on there was like a G clip, but you know, I could maybe go ahead and add some like long reverb, you know, maybe cut it down a little bit, turn the sidechain off, of course. Let's see how this sounds.
This is not the time.
And that's just one layer, so of course we could go ahead and duplicate it twice to where we have two different other ones that we'll make here. We were -4, so let's go like -1 on this one. Then we'll go like -9 on this one. And of course turn this one down as well. Let's see how this sounds. Of course I'll probably turn the reverb off on those ones.
This is not the time.
And there we go. I know this one was pretty short today, but if you guys have any questions for me, please let me know in the comments below. And let me know what you guys want to see next. And that's all I have for you guys today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.